Hello Leo, welcome to my channel. As you can see, I have your cards already pre-laid out here. And as you know, this is a general reading, so this reading may or may not resonate with you. If not, you can check your other placements or stop by for the next reading. I will not contact you in any way for a reading. That information is listed in the description box. And if you like my reading, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Leo, for the month of February, I don't know how I'm just gonna read it on out here. But there's this man here, okay? This man, he's very hurt. He's going through a lot of emotions here. And it's about some information pertaining to this other man here. And as I'm going through this spread here, and you know I have pre-laid out some, and then as we go through this reading, I'm going to throw out some more to get clarity. But this information that was received, and I'm going to start with here, this message of disappointment is because of the child. But of course, you know I wanted to always clarify, and I'll do that with certain cards to keep you engaged in it. And again, the woman communicating about the child. So you know that's reiterating it, and you see it here. This is where the pain and the upset is based on. Between two men, basically, okay? And before I go on, I'm going to go ahead and pull it again, because I just said I wanted to be clear if it's going to give any added information on it. And I know it's a great deal. We know what this means here. We know that what great fortune is. But the talks, okay, again, the communication. And you know it had to be through all three at different phases and times. But it created worry, stress, and deterioration in the relationships about her infidelity here. I guess because I feel the pull of the emotions is kind of why I'm pausing here. It's like there's a great deal of pain here. A great deal of pain. I'm feeling it. And so that's why I said I'm going to pull more cards to clarify. But I did. I went on ahead and pulled. And I wanted to get some idea as to what this mature man is thinking here. And at this time, he's going to friends and family to get support, to gain clarity of what's going on around him. And that's understandable. There's a great deal of pain. There's a lot of things you have to sort through. Emotions, anger, frustration. Could have been some arguments. Okay? There's a lot to sort through when it comes to your emotions. I want to get clarity on the lady here. Give your relationship a chance. Working on your partnership. Expressing your love. She wants to give the relationship a chance, and she wants to have expression. But boy, is that kind of a hard pill to swallow at this level of deception. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's going to take a whole lot of work. Because what I'm feeling, this pain is running deep. I got clarity on the main male here. He's willing to make an effort, but he's having some financial issues. Okay. Now that he's realized, he's trying to put some effort for it, but he's not really in the financial position to really step up to the plate. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the clarity, and then I'll get with the oracle. But I'm going to just do a rotation through here and we're going to see. I'm going to slide these up here for a minute. We'll get back with those. And the first thing we're going to do is try to get, let me see. I'm going to go with the main male first just to see what's going on. What is he thinking at this time? Because right now he is in a financial pinch. He is trying to step up and put forth an effort. But you know, his finances is, he's struggling with that. Okay, what is it that we can, what else we need to know about this main male? Oh, well, there's some use. Okay. Oh, well, he may be interested in saying, but to each his own. Okay. But there is some use. I'm going to try from the next deck here. Because like I said, we got 2 more people to go through. So I'm just going to, let me see how I can post these. We're going to find out. Oh, and I pre-shuffled these cards. I'm just going to shuffle them a few extra times. Because I know that it would probably take up quite a bit of time to get clarity. But what else is it that we need to gain clarity on the main male? What else is there? These cards are just coming out here. My family opinion means more than this relationship. So whatever decision they decide, he's going to go with the flow on it. He sounds like he's very immature or young. I was honest with you in the beginning. So he really, okay, so he was trying to be clear, but I talk about you badly to others, but the truth is I want the relationship. This relationship has hurt, this relationship has changed me. I'm hurt deeply. Well, yeah, it seems to be a lot of twists and turns here. But it's starting to make sense as I look at the other spread here. Okay, so I don't think well, there's too many signs showing that he was not ready for the relationship. Okay, he was being honest. Family problems. There's some addictions. Okay. I'm going to go with another deck here and see what it's saying about this main male. What else is it that we need to know about this main male to gain clarity? What else about this main male? Water sign. Either water heavily in his chart, or that is his sign here. Water sign, heavily placed in the charts. Okay. Again, we're going to pull from this one here and see what we get. All right, what else we need to know about the main male? Sneaky behavior. He's engaging in some illegal activity. Okay. Telling stories. They'll wear a mask and pretend to be something they're not. And the ghosting. So there were signs that clearly stated that he was just not ready for a relationship. On top of that, his behaviors, but it says he was honest in the beginning. But she wasn't listening to it. She was just engaging. So he was trying to be honest with her. But now there's a child involved. And come to find out, things are at question. Okay. So I'm going to pull these up here. Because I will have a big mess here. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with the female here. We're going to see what's going on. Why was it that she didn't listen to what he was telling her? Because she was dealing with him. She knew the signs were there. She could have, there could have been a thing of turning around. He's claiming to be honest about what he was doing or how he felt. Okay. So what is it that we can gain clarity on the female? What is it we need to know to gain some clarity on the mother of this child here? What is it that we can gain clarity on here? She's doing the pity party now. She's playing pity party. The woe is me. Yeah, I guess because reality set in. See, it's fun when you're out there doing it. And you probably say, man, I don't care. I probably just say this and that. But then when reality sets in, it's like having an out-of-body experience. What you envision, you would say, and what's actually going on before you is a reality check. Now the emotion playing in. Now you stand to lose something. Now you're trying to make it into the best situation possible, like that victim mode. Okay. What else is it that we need to know about female here? Again, clarity. What else is it we need to know? Well, she was in the relationship for her own material or personal gain. Wow, this is a tangled weave. Okay, well, I'm going to pull from another. So if it was for the material gain, you know you stand to lose it. This is where, okay, manipulation. This is what I'm getting. Okay, trying to keep things in order. What else is it that we can, what else do we need to know about the female to gain clarity? What is it about the here? Well, we know that hotel stays, and it was intended. It was fate. It was meant to happen the way it did. So I think that's the universe are calling for you. Okay, I'm gonna pull from this deck here too to get some clarity. And see, this greatly affects the child. I don't think people, when they're in the midst of going about their activities, that they forget the child is affected by this. What else can we gain clarity on a female? Well, coming out quickly. Let me see. Well, the cheating. Often fantasizing about an individual. Unavailable in another relationship, or emotionally unavailable. Okay, and I don't know if I've shown that I see this picture, but it's saying that there's some very serious addictions on that end too. Gambling or other expensive habits. And it kind of falls back why you would be off in the other relationship for the material and the personal gain. See, and in the end, there's a child. This child's innocent. This child want to be loved. And now they're going to have to deal with trying to gain understanding of this situation as time goes on. Okay, now finally, we're going to go to the mature man. We're going to try to get clarity as to how he's doing, or feeling, or thinking, or what's going on with him. Okay. So she was in it. So she's trying to work on the relationship. Expressing her love, but she was in it for the gain. And she had habits herself, but he made it clear where he was coming from with it. Okay. So let's gain clarity on the mature man. Okay. What other information, or what do we need to know about the mature man? Okay. He's consistent. Whatever he did, he was consistent in his behavior. I'm feeling consistent in how he managed things around the house, how he handled business. There was consistency to this man. And it had to prove so if she was in it for the game. He was consistent, whether he was handling his business or whatever. Okay. What else do we need to know about the mature man here? What else we need to know? Gain clarity. He's intimidated. Probably the behavior. He was probably consistent, but when saying intimidated, he probably, I think this man, he could have been the fact that he probably saw these flags in earlier times. You know what I'm saying? And the fear of probably losing you in the process, but not knowing to what extent this situation would go. Okay. And can I have, I'm going to go from this deck here to see what else we can find out to gain clarity on this mature male here. The pregnancy, again. Pregnancy. And that's what has him, that's what has this man so emotional. You know, he was consistent. Oh, this card fell off from under there. I guess I didn't pull that one. Sees a long future with you. He was consistent. He was intimidated. But like I said, probably your demeanor, behavior, he didn't want to lose you or anything, but he kept up with his consistency. He wanted he's saying a life with you. But this pregnancy had become an issue. We're going to go with this deck here. What else is it that we need to know to gain clarity on this mature male here? Well, he had times of being superficial. And bad picture. Well, and he was hooked on her body too. So, but he was consistent. Well, okay, bad how I said it. But I mean his consistency. He did enjoy his time with her. He was superficial, so she was probably, I mean, dressing the part, looking good, smelling good. You see what I'm saying? So all of them had some guilty form with it, but he was consistent. He didn't want to, even though he enjoyed those times with her, he was consistent and he wanted a long term. So he was enjoying her and everything. And was superficial, so he was caught up in the looks and everything. You know? But now here comes the paternity test, you know, because it's the communication about the, basically, paternity test of this child. And it's all over under here. And when I pull this oracle card, I'm going to go and I'm going to show you the oracle cards that you have. And hopefully it gives you some idea or advice. Because, I mean, if you're emotional, it's kind of hard to think clearly right out hand. You're doing the right thing of getting the support from family and friends. But the angels in the universe want you to know. Enhance your inspired ideas. You are being guided with creative ideas right now. Take the time to become an attuned receiver, documenting your thoughts, bringing winning formulas despite the obstacles. And basically, you're going to have to get motivated in making a decision. Because right now you're feeling down and out, but it's time to get inspired because you know a decision has to be made. It just can't be on standstill. Okay, and I also see that it's like you are burdened. You're burdened and you regret, but you're going to end this. Okay, there is an ending. Okay, because 2 of these cards fell out here. All right. And you have another oracle card here. Make a decision. Don't let your fear or choiceless situation prevent you from taking the initial step. Numerous opportunities will soon present themselves as you take that first step forward. And of course, I got some cards to clarifying this here. Okay, and then you got the labyrinth and you got the flowers here. Basically, you're going through a bunch of turn of events. There's no clear path. Okay, but you know that there's not going to be an easy one because it's an emotional one. It's a painful one. There's no, you're not going to always have what you may feel is the right answers. But there's not going to be any shortcuts in how you deal with this. But basically, removing yourself from this invitation when you put these here, you're burdened. And you're going to end this. But there's no clear path in removing yourself from this invitation. And if you look at it, you see what I'm saying? Removing yourself from the situation. You have to. It's too painful. And you're going to do it. But there's also another angel card here. Angels want you to know, don't stop. And you're like, why? Well, basically, when I wanted to get more clarity on it, deep down, you have emotions for this child. You love this child. Okay? What's hidden emotions in the universe? Your angels want you to know. Don't stop. All right? And don't give up on the child. Continue to go the path that you're going, making the decisions you have to make. But they want you to know. Don't stop having emotions for the child. And from what I'm getting here, this child has to be a couple of years old. They probably have become attached to you. Emotionally as well. But without the full understanding of the circumstance. You know what? Most children, their love is pure. Unlike grown folks, loving you under certain conditions, all this child knows is love in its purest form. They had not had a time to be exposed to the world. And if you wasn't getting true love here, looking in that child's eye, you would know that there's no harm or malice in the love in which you're getting. That's going to be the purest form of love you're ever going to get. You know, this is the person that won't doubt you. All the doubt and insecurities comes as they grow up. And people do things to hurt is when it starts building the doubt. But when you look in that child's eye and they're coming towards you, that's the purest love you're ever going to get. Unconditional. I'm going to pull another angel card here. That's going to be the purest form. And a lot of us as adults miss that. We forget how that feels. But this child holds it wholeheartedly, unequivocally. No doubts, no inhibitions about how they feel. Okay, and good advice. Remain optimistic about your connection. Your true heart's desire is on the horizon. Pay attention to the signs and information that comes to you in books, songs, and names. So just be open. There is something that can help guide you. Remain optimistic about this. Okay? Just look for signs. Pay attention. All right. Well, Leo, I hope you enjoyed my reading. And until next time, you guys take care.